kind of flavors in there. And let me see if I can influence you. Maybe a bit. Oh, that's there. Where are you? I need to grab the notes as well. Is this okay? Big? Yeah. So, how you doing? Love the names. Let's first do. Sorry. Let me actually. But like, I get how there's a nice tanginess to it. It's like a sweet tanginess. Like, what's this? And it's like getting these sort of like in your head. It's bizarre. It's still hard. God, but there's like one from Harmony Coffee Roasters, which was a thermal shot yeast inoculated coffee. It was, and there was like crazy flavors in it. It's like there's like bubblegum and it's like, how do I get bubblegum? And I was like tasting it's like, oh no I get it. There's just like this nice sort of like, oh it's hard to describe because it's like weird because it's like, how can you get bubblegum from a flavor? No. Well you get ones where it's like out of this world, like it's like fermented really heavy. It's like, oh that was, it's like got one here. That's like yeah, and came from Saudi Arabia. This is Colombian. January. First tried it was too powerful, but now it's kind of simmered down. This is like sleep. That's 5 months later. Smell is so. That is my cup of tea. Because the guy was like, it's a mango passion fruit, and it's natural. So heavily. That's enough. I
was like, you sure it's natural? Because that doesn't smell natural. But I believe it's some sort of cold fermentation. I believe it's.
It was more like that intro similar. But the smell that I'm trying to not say.
Smells sweet.
Yeah.
Alright.
Hello, how are you doing?
Hi. And it's been good so far. Sun's still out. It's a little cooler, but I'm enjoying it.
This is interesting.
You're going for your extra hot
That
latte.
colour. That colour is nice.
And what we fancy.
Okay. I don't like sitting there.
So,
I feel like anything I'm going to fall instead.
So still.
Did I right? Right.
Done a couple of changes in the shop, just like arrangement wise, and we're actually doing that. Like just filter. Just here. So like an American style filter coffee.
Sure.
It's called the batch brew. It's just basically because I do V60s and stuff like pour over stuff. And they take a bit of time.
Why is it so much? Like a creamy, like imagine like adding, you know, texture wise is interesting.
And I'm going to do like a week rotation as well. So
But
like,
that coffee was excellent. The Saudi Arabia.
good. Means I'm going through my call faster.
I don't say.
Where was that?
The one that got really so sensational.
Sitting.
I'm thinking about one aspect of it. What other fruit apart from the reason I'm drinking that every time because I'm hoping that's going to go down faster.
Enjoy some of that sun before my way.
The glass is nice. Two, the color is amazing.
Doesn't feel it, but it's not 22.
I want to say I had a lot of Kenyans in that. The color. But I'm ready. I know. To see. I think last time I ever had Argyle was definitely at Scott Hot 2 years ago. No, more than 2 years. No. Wait. Fourth year now, yeah. Is it 2 or 3 years ago? Is this a song? Yeah. I think back then I had an espresso. Made with espressos or lates. Because I didn't have the energy that time. As in to drink espresso. I was like, let's go for it. It was okay. Oh, damn, the color. It's sensational. for 4 hours.
Hello there. How we doing?
I was about to say let's go to a park, but no.
Of course. Take it.
It has a nice twang. I think this is one of those coffees that when time goes by, once it cools, going like a slight like savoury kind of aspect. Not like coffee though, but there's a limit. Because some coffees I've had so far, I mean, I don't know, anything before the coffee festival I've forgotten what I've had, but like anything like, it's like savoury for a moment in a particular temperature. I don't know what is that. Sometimes the savouriness of a particular coffee basically dies out. I'm curious if it has this kind of stuff. Or one Ethiopian I had before technically fermented, I think it changed flavour completely when it was cooked down completely. Even with ice, I would, if I had my laptop in it, we would have tested it out. Slowly that, but I feel like going straight right now. But we're gonna go straight tomorrow towards IKEA. Legit do not feel like going, but I have no other choice. Gospel for you. I'm not daring to look into the actual just at the video because of one reason. Okay, X again. Let me do this for now. You can stream on the phone, but I think the phone will melt instead, so I'm not gonna bother doing that. Giving me similar flavors right now. Very similar flavors. too. That attempts that on Indra. That's interesting. I think I need to really slurp this one. But I'm not gonna do that. The acidity is definitely like first it was more like a lemony kind of acidic, but now it's a lot more bolder acidic. I don't know if bolder is the right word. It's not as sharp, which is interesting. Not sharp, but I don't know. I'm feeling it has a bit. It's really cooling down. Has that kind of. I don't know, should I call this room temperature right now or almost room? But it's a good quality.
Very good.
I'm impressed by Argyle. Good colour. Hopefully we're gonna have a tan here. We were lucky on Monday that it wasn't sunny, because that walk would be torturous, especially like today is like 18 degrees, but it's alright. But the problem about Monday, I did not rest. I was just like focusing on arriving as soon as possible because I was 2 hours late on schedule, so but we do need to go back to Paisley. I might be thinking to walk to Paisley again, but maybe like in 6 in the morning. But we're not going to go to Glasgow airport anyway, so I'm curious if I get the 7-7 from Paisley on the way back. Do I just need to pay $3.10? That'd be a freaking rip-off if the first rules that I'm going to do that. I mean, we paid like £7 for 1 week because it was cheaper to get a student day thing. But the airport was dead the entire time. They're thinking, no wonder they're saying like, let's get Fingy abandoned Glasgow airport, which is dumb in my opinion, because it's going to be overbooked for Edinburgh airport. If that's the case, why not just like Let's continue Presswick. But it's sick that we saw the Airbus 400s doing a go round. They do it in the Loch Lomond. But they were that was for the sake of say like the jumbo jets of propellers. Damn, it was quiet. Majority of it. I believe that one should release let me see if I can. There's some plane up there that is pretty like low. I wasn't even hearing it first of all. I just saw it. I thought it was a zero. But just imagine the camera was here like good 10-15 minutes. Yeah. Drink it like in a large quantity is a lot sweeter. I don't know, I'm getting like some olivey vibes to it. Like aftertaste, like a 1 second kind of not the same oliviness as those Ethiopians I've had in Iran specifically. That's interesting to me. Once it's cooling down, I'm getting like some olivey kind of. That's very
Very interesting.
It's interesting to me that usually Ethiopians have a lot of like olivey flavors. Not in Glasgow, by the way, more into Iran.
Yeah.
Mainly because of the water is more like flavor. It has a lot more. This way, it has like this like focus. Filters and these kind of stuff, but like I'm getting like flashbacks of like split second like kind of olivey kind of notes, but really like light in my own, I don't know. But texture wise, I don't understand the butternut squash part, but I don't know why I'm feeling it's like I want to call it like a marshmallow fluff.
Okay, alright.
Marshmallowy.
Yeah.
I mean, not being like marshmallow flavor, but more like
But that sort of like texture.
texture, yeah.
Yeah.
But with like a bit of more like creaminess. I do understand the creaminess.
Because we were like going because we were trying to understand what creamy side of it was, and we we're like, is it kind of like toffee? Is it marshmallow? Or anything that like just quite creamy and delicate sort of thing? And it's like butterscotch was like the closest we can get to it. But that's it's a bit on it, marshmallow.
Yeah, sure. Like it was. I was like, should I say it marshmallow because it's marshmallow was like at least butternut squash, but once it's melted, it's like liquid in the thing. But marshmallow, like it's in between a solid and a
yeah. It's like that, just in between. It's like that nice syrupiness. It's like I was trying to figure out like these notes, and that was like my first time profiling for a guy as well. And it's basically it was a good experience. And hopefully I will do more profiling with them, because at some point hopefully we'll be fully integrated with them at some point.
So you're basically merging into one.
It's boy.
That's good.
It's a lovely it's a team. Like it's a small team. Like it's only 3 people. They've been going since 2018.
Okay.
And it's like there's I think now going more experimental route sort of side. I'll let you know less now. But we are going to do a collaboration event soon in August. It'll be with Argyle and Modern Hockey. So one of the things the roaster Michael was saying to me, there might be some sort of fermentation, co-fermentation, orange co-fermentation of one of the coffees. So I'm like, that sounds good. But I'm looking forward to it. We're kind of spinning ideas at the moment and seeing what we're going to do, because I think it'll be a nice little involvement with the people as well, not just tasting coffee. There'll be like a certain element to it as well. So I'm looking forward to it. But we're spinning some ideas. Hopefully get the ball rolling.
Sure, I will probably come because I didn't book any holidays, so I'm just hoping I'm gonna get a job. But yeah, like whenever I'm like in education, I'm done with university. I have good amount of like success, but I just do it because of uni.
Yeah.
But when I'm like free, it's like no one is like saying, come on, let's do it. But I'm gonna get myself, but it's still like I don't want to be like full-time content creator because I know I will like it, and I want to like, even if I need to go and make my own business, I want to have a bit of
have that sort of work-life balance sort of thing, and with content and good job as well. It's having that balance. The same with me as well. Like it's at the start it was hard to have. I'm still kind of getting my life balance a wee bit, but it's still mainly work at the moment. But I'm glad I've got an extra member of staff now, which is good. So it's 3 of us now, which is good. So I get a little bit more time off because I want to have a little bit more availability for myself, so I can do barista training or go to events or help out Argyle go to festivals as well. So it's these things I want to do, but I need to help this kind of build up a little more until I'm required to be here, and then I can do these sort of things on behalf.
That's good, man.
Because I wanted to do these different things, and like roasting is another thing. What I wanted to do. I wanted to start getting into roasting.
The roasting is I've seen the training that somewhere in London they were like saying that give us like credit for one day, and I was like WTF? like I'm not saying like my like I'm going to compare it to like my like academy in Iran. They were like asking the same price but for 6 weeks, like right in the auxiliary room. I was like, it's a freaking job. I was like,
who was the roaster that was asking for 500?
Like I actually put the coffee from I didn't know that I had any copies from like 2 years ago from one of the like pop festivals, and I didn't know if it was like raw because it turned out to be raw. But I was happy because I was like, yeah, try to roast this. I roasted it without purpose like 2 hours. And I told my the guy that also does the training. It took me 2 hours then. And he said like it's supposed to take you maximum 20 minutes. Then it was properly like I think it's been over like even over like dark. But it still tasted green. It didn't taste like burnt caramel or like I was like confused of what's that. But the smell was like between like I don't know, say light rose between the flow and the oakiness. So it's and I need to ask some roaster that we could come in and smell that because that is so like really expected from coffee.
It will just depend on what variety it is, what sort of order as well. Certain ones get different sort of smell and flavour as well. And you can obviously, from that example there, that's just from the process. But you do get ones where like, this one unusual or it's I think it's the small conferences. Not really expect. I think it's maybe always comes a lot of situations, certainly like this one is. It's ever changing, like it's always working with different experimental ways and it's different farming methods as well. It's more available for it as well. Like a lot of the ones I've seen at the moment is like, especially from Coffee Fest, was the co-fermentation, like coconut and peach seems to be kind of theme, and then a lot more doing purple shop as well. Like it's amazing that it's more available for these roasters to do these sort of things. Then they can roast and experiment with how to get best on these sort of flavors and like, you know, I think the one that stuck out for me was the Crack House roasters. They're Colombian. Anaerobic natural yeast inoculation, and it was raspberry. Was it boozy? No, boozy raspberry and chocolate ganache. Oh jeez, it tasted like a dessert. It was like a raspberry ganache cake. It was beautiful, and I had it. About the next one, so it's a little popular now. I was like, I've got a huge it was so beautiful. And then I tried the called frozen coconut fermentations from like 2022. Anyway, it's popular that, and we keep it for a year, and it's tasting absolutely delicious.
Had something similar by 3 or 4 years ago. I had it like it was fermented for the jasmine. It was like it was freezed. Acting out was like kind of spectacle but freezing anyway. But I was like, let's go for it. Plus I wasn't really like I just got my senses back from a cold. I was shocked. Like it was like I'm tasting this despite I'm like still like recovering. Like I was totally like it was expensive but worth the price. Like but back then coffee like any like say like the Canadians were like one of them they were like basically 8-12 months and what we see now especially with the Asians.
I know that was a big price, and that was last year was just some geishas, and then yeah, a lot of people are starting to like get into geishas as well.
There was.
I just know the geisha was barely even visible.
Yeah. It wasn't a thing until obviously was it Wrestling Championship, was it last year? A lot of people started bringing out geishas, but it was like heavily experimental, and they basically, the organizer was like, nah, we need to cap this, because they were only doing it for points, and I think they only allowed certain ones to get through. I think they were like, you can't have this. Because like, I remember the full article about it, it was just basically you couldn't have heavily experimental like geisha. You have to have like a certain type of geisha.
Have you heard of a bean called Libra? It's a bit, they say it's a bit more above Arabica.
It's yeah. It's one because there's four in there. There's Arabica, Robusta, Lariba, and what's another one? I can't remember. But yeah, Libra one's quite rare.
True. Does that taste like I'm working? Like, there was the way that I found out, like, I should have known it, but like, there was a cafe, a new cafe. The way that I found it, that even exists over there, but like, once probably go to around and stuff like that. So,
That's the thing. It's like it's sustainability as well. Just making sure to keep these ones kind of going, and if that one can get a bit more popular, because I mean, at some point, Arabica is going to be replaced with Robusta, and once they figure out how to make Robusta a little bit more flavorful. But no, it'll come to a point, and it's just like, this is my wee prediction I've got at the moment. It's like I'm seeing a huge amount of Chinese coffee coming in, huge amounts, like, and they're tasting really good, like specialty sort of sites. It's and my sort of prediction is between 10 to maybe 20 years. I think that the economy should return to the whiskey Brazil. Just how lives work. So I think they will, because there's more and more Chinese farmers or something like colonists who are growing more and growing. In fact, it's just like there's one for one they not get a bit for Chinese New Year. They still have it. And it's so delicious, and I love how funky it is as well.
like, I had one.
So many people think you try Chinese coffee.
I've tried it around for the first time this week in class. And it was from I'm just going to combine them. I'm not going to expect anything from it. But it was like, I want to say as good as, like, say, one or better. It was good for, like, in comparison to the other, like, regional, like, it didn't feel weird or, like, it just tasted like a good coffee end of the day. And that, like, the place that it used to be like a 50 cent for me, that sounds worse, but they used to have like a proper like cigar lounge for the rooms for our like